Sooz and Sawyer. Oh my God. I hope I'm in frame right now. I don't know how to check it. My cameraman is absconded. Left me. It's okay. Keep marching. Good. Here we go. I don't want to do this either. Are you kidding me? Now, what do we got here? I just turned on YouTube and I found an aerobics music compilation for fitness and workout. Good, and we got about a 135 beats per minute, and that's a good beat, so you can get a little aerobic activity here. Start to breathe, pull it in, and in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now, maybe you can't hear my music. Maybe that's okay though, because I kind of want you to hear me first, and put your own really groovy music on at home. One of my favorite songs to start an aerobics workout is Depeche Mode. Get Personal Jesus. I love it. Just start marching. Here we go. In through the nose, out through the mouth, and tap. Tap. Oh my gosh, right before I started filming, I had to think, how long has it been since I've taught an aerobics class? Some of you weren't born yet, I bet. I think it was probably around 1992. Good. Good. I'm twisting it up just a little bit opposite, so feet go one way, arms the other. Good. I just kind of go with the music and how it feels. 4, 3, 2, good. Single step front and march. It's pretty good music. It's okay, and plus it's licensed and we can use it. Hey, it's Oliver. Oliver's here. Now we're going to do a little tap touch again, and tap touch. Tap touch. Good. Now I'm thinking about Judy, my line dancer. Good. Add the arms. Great fun. Ooh, they picked up the pace. Good. 4 more. 3, 2, center march. Right foot. Right foot. I guess I'm going opposite that you are. I'll kick it out. Good. Now I'm on your side. Right foot. Downbeat. Right foot. There you go. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm turning around. Good. Give it a tap and push. 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 Good. Add a hitchhike. 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 Good. Hitchhike. 4, 3, 2, 1. Mark time. Center march. Good. Now just slow it down a little bit. We're just going to tap and touch. Tap. 135 beats. Look, it's quick. You got a real aerobic heart rate going here. So like I said, it's probably been since 92 or something since I've taught aerobics. And what's very interesting about that is I did the numbers. I think, let's use a little knee lift. The music kind of keeps changing little beats here, kind of frustrating. There we go. I'm pushing the thigh to me. Push it up. Push it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, side, side, and lift, side. Good. And the reason I go into all these little stories is then we start to forget how hard we're working. 5, 4, 3, I'm barefoot. 2, don't whine to me, you don't have shoes. Last one. Good, go to the right, hold 2 and 1. Switch. Switch out. And lift. And lift. Ooh, I can feel that old hip here. I didn't have this hip surgery. and taught aerobics after that. So I'm missing part of this hip. Pull up. Pull up. So Sooz, I'm missing part of a hip. Me too. One center march. Good, now you're just gonna kind of little kick. Add the arm. Push. 5, 4, but I worked it out. Did I tell you this part yet? I'm not the best mathematician, but what I think I came up with is I probably taught about 13,000 aerobics classes from 1978 to 94. March. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. There's a puppy in the room. Just start to lunge. Good. Take the lunging side to side. I'm going to let the music just play a little bit. Maybe I'll turn it down. I think I have enough heart rate for now. Push. Now as you start to move, add the arms and pull. Now look, I'm leading with my rib cage, not just pulling my arms. Lead with the rib and then add the arm. The arm's attached to your back, so don't just yank your arm through space. You got to use those ribs. Why? That's where your core is. And 4. No, this is work. And 3. And 2. We're going to hang out a little bit over to your left side. Just a second here. And go to your left. Take this arm down. You saw me step out. Pull your navel flat. This foot's kind of forward. So the leg that's here, your right foot's pointing forward. My left knee is bending over my big toe. If I have my toe in one place and my knee in another, say goodbye to your knee. So here we go. So get that little lunge in there. Now you can touch. You don't have to lean and fall. Just give it a little reach. And then stand. Now, if this is hard to do standing, I understand that. You can either sit on your ball, do the same thing, it's a mermaid, or you can sit on a footstool or an ottoman. Now, I'm reaching my rib cage open, not throwing my arm. So get that rib cage to open, like you're pulling up a bucket handle. Now, this is a lot of work, so be careful. For 2, you want to add that arm, go for it. It's a little more advanced than 1. Stretch to the other side. Good. Now take that left toe, big toe is kind of facing forward. Put your body weight here. Good. Give it a little lunge. And I'm also pulling in that diamond in the navel. And I've got my right heel and I'm kind of tugging it towards my butt. And now all of this is engaged. And take a beautiful little mermaid. I'm adding a lunge, kind of like a grapevine lunge without moving my feet. Hey, mommy got a heart rate going. I don't love working out. I just try to make it as fun and perfect and just to get the best out of it each and every time. It's not about doing it for hours. We don't do hours and hours of work. We're just doing maintenance on a beautiful piece of machinery. And 2 more. Here's a puppy coming over. And last one. Good. Take a little turn. These are tough. I want you to be super careful. Big toe forward on the right side. Your left foot is kind of turned out. A little gestalt and turn. Now lift that heel up. And now you see what I'm up to here. So I'm just lunging a little bit. Lunging a little bit. My belly is flat. There's not a lot of action here. If I want to get fancy with my bad self, I'm wondering if I'm in the frame. And 5. Whoa, that hip is weaker. 4. I'm putting my weight on the right or left side if you're on the left side here. 2 and 1. Good, kind of take a little stretch. Take your arm down and just take a reach. This is kind of advanced, so be super careful. Push yourself up, it will go to the other side. Uh-oh, candy wrapper. That was me. I'm a candy wrapper. Here we go. I wrap with candy. Here we go. Just take that tiny little lunge. Now you're taking a lunge and push. If you want to bring that back heel up, it's a little extra credit. Lift and lunge. Do you see how the heel lowers when the knee bends? Hey, I'm tipsy. If you need a chair, take a chair, like a little ballet bar. Bend your knee over your big toe for 4. Pull the navel flat, 3. I'm breathing. Get all that air out for 2. And last one. Good work. Great. Now just take that little reach. You can take that arm up. This is hard. Rib cage. If I didn't do the same series on both sides, that's because I'm not trying very hard to remember. Good. And stand that up, back up tall. All right. Kleenex. Now, grab your weights. Again, I'm not like, yay, it's Sunday afternoon, let's have fun. But instead, we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, I know a lot of you have said, Mary Danahy, I don't have a ball and I don't plan on getting one. Well, that's okay. Many of you have footstools. And if not, you can stand and do this too. It doesn't have to be a footstool. Standing's more work. Ultimately, we can add lunges to it, like that series we just did. Ultimately, we can do the same series with arms. Now, I want you to just kind of hinge at the hip forward and stick your butt out. That should lift your chest. Look straight at the floor. Pull up for 10. I'm not trying to pull up as hard as I can by jamming my elbows to the ceiling. I'm pulling my shoulder blades together. They're wings, so pull your wings together above that bra strap line. Every time you pull, diamond in the navel. Inhale, exhale, diamond in the navel. Good, 2 more. If you get your diamond in the navel, your core is working, your lower back's protected. So if you're saying to me later, my back bothered me, get that diamond in your navel. Ooh, get your heels on the floor if you're feeling your lower back right here. Now lean forward again, tip up that tail. I'm leaning that ironing board flat back forward. Kick tries. Now I'm kind of kicking out sideways just a little bit. I have my thumb up on the top of the barrel here. Reason being is this footstool's a little bit wide. Well, I guess it's not too bad. It's not as wide as that ball yesterday. Good, and you do want to, if you can get a tighter grip, get those elbows towards your ribs. You're not trying to elbow straighten, hammer it flat. It's about gently bending. Kick it out, hold for 1, bend on 3, 2, 1, push out on 4. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Diamond in the navel, hold it there. Exhale, and then the diamond releases, 2 and 1. Inhale, hold the diamond, and exhale, take a little break. Good work, take a moment. Kleenex break. I need an assistant. Back to my Kleenex in the sleeve. Up in these woods, I get a lot of postnasal drip. All right, now biceps. Thumb on the top here. Alternate the bicep. As you can see, I'm only coming up halfway. It's much easier to bring it up all the way because you're just working a joint. Work the muscle, hit it, and do a negative. I was a master lifter. I make that face because what were we thinking? It was the Bally's. I ran a huge Bally's. And everybody was lifting crazy heavy weight. It was the 80s. What do you want? So I learned to bench press my own body weight. That made me a little beat up. And by the way, my back's so big now, thank you, nothing fits. And 2. Last one to the left. If you're ready, go last one to the right. And I just turn my head. It's a little added dynamics. But if you get dizzy, be really careful. Pump and pump. There's 2 biceps, so we're getting, this is a little bit of a pump. Get that muscle and contract it. Contraction upon contraction. Make it work for 5. And 4. Good. And 3. Pump. Keep those wrists flat. Oh, I saw my flexing wrist. No flexing wrist. Flat, flat, flat. Last one. One. Take a little break. All right. Itchy nose. Kleenex. All right. So as you can tell, I put together a script. We're flying by the seat of our pants. So let's just go into, I think that's a nice little series for the arms. You got some cardio. So why I'm kind of seated and taking a little break. Whenever you do your cardio, give yourself 5 to 6 minutes of cool down. Reason being, if your heart rate's still a little bit high and you hit the floor, think about it. Before you hit the floor, all the blood was in your extremities because you're running or you're playing basketball or you're dancing the go-go dance in the go-go cage. That was me. Anyway, whole story just went on in my head. But, so you've got these extremities filled with blood and then you hit the floor. And then at that point, the blood just pools around your heart. Now, when that pooling continues to happen over time, that can cause a heart murmur, and those murmurs don't go away. So it's super, super duper important to cool down before you hit the floor. And everybody's like, but I just want to get it done. But then it's better just to walk away than to so-called hit the floor and take a stretch you probably don't know how to do correctly anyway. Ooh, Sooz, that's not very nice. All right, some of you have a magic circle. Some of you don't. Oh, I hope I'm in the frame. So if you don't have a magic circle, maybe you have a TheraBand, and you don't need one either. We can do this without. The MacGyver of fitness. Whatever you have in the house, we're going to make this work. No whining to me, Argentina. All right, now tushy up against that little, if you got a footstool, beautiful. Otherwise, put your feet on the floor. There's always something to do. I'm just going to take my hands behind my head and just open my chest. Now, if you do have a magic circle, I don't know if I'm in the frame or not here, so I'm going to keep my head up. Don't keep your head up if you're at home. Take that leg a little bit out to the side. I'm not tipping over. I'm not coming to you. What? I have to sit hard on that left hip. Don't do this without something under your head. Then you can take a little stretch over to the side. Don't lift your right hip too much. It won't feel good. You'll feel a tweak in your back, and that's no fun. Good. Take that down. Now, if you just want to add a tick-tock, the big deal is get that shoulder on your back. I don't care. Maybe you just got a little kitchen towel that you're hanging on to and you tick-tock there. Go for it. Give it 10, 9. If you're doing this because you're that little bit of a masochist, go ahead. Keep that right hip from lifting 2 and 1. Good. Kick it off. Return. Look into that core. That's how you know you're doing the correct position. Your back is touching the floor here. Ooh, see how light that little right hip is? Ooh, he will tip off, and he is the male. He's a male hip. Stay there, mister. See, you can see he doesn't want to let that be. So what's up here? That means this long leg can't move as much. 3, because it doesn't matter how much the leg moves, it's that my right hip can stabilize it. And why? Because then my core is working. 10, 9, don't lift the left hip. 7, look into your navel. 6, breathe. Make it all about the breath. 2 and 1. Good, flip that off. All right, now if you have that footstool grooving, if you don't, put your feet on the floor. All right, so, sorry, I just want to get this a little bit where it's correct. All right, so, watching my lower back on the mat, lower back off. Lower back on the mat, lower back off. 5 more for 5. Now, I don't care where you are. If you have just a floor, you don't have a fancy footstool like this one too. I think it's a second-hand one we found on the side of the road and put a little pad on it. Last one. Hey, it's the wilderness. Now, if you feel like you're all that in a bag of chips, lift the hips up, and open the chest. Now the butt isn't hanging. Kick and squeeze to push. Now before you come down, this is a beautiful ride. Pull your hips and ribs. Look at the lower back. It became round. Round. It's concave. All right? There's a round shape, and then you roll down that round shape. Rusty's about to get back to me. That's what I wanted to say, right? Don't let those shoulders hike. Pierce that pubic bone through the navel. Push your hips up. Squeeze the butt. Now you got a hip stretch. Stretching the psoas from here to here. It goes through here and attaches into the ribs. So this will stretch your hips. Al Schmidt, Stacy, Stacy. Pull your hips to your ribs, one bone at a time. Don't lift your head up. Last one. Push. Get those hips. I call it exuberance. Have some exuberance. Squeeze the butt for 10. 9. You're not trying to kill tush. Go right where that crease inserts into the thigh, inserts into the tushy. 4. You know what I count badly? 3 and 2 and 1. Hey, you guys, great work. Good. Take yourself a little stretch to lift. Thanks for hanging out with me, because you're holding my hand to the fire too. Because again, I don't love working out. I just know I need to, and I'm going to do it the best, the fastest, the most perfect. Get functional strength and stretch and cardio. Boom. Sooz from Sawyer. Subscribe. Tell your friends. La la.